Let's talk about the big secret that basically powers the entire modern web. You know, it's that magic that makes an app feel less like a document you're just reading and more like a living, breathing thing that responds to your every click. It's the core of how apps remember you and, well, react to you.
Have you ever really thought about that? You land on a simple blog post, and it's like reading a page in a book, right? It just sits there. But then you open up your social media feed or a music app or some online store, and it's a totally different world. Things are updating without the page reloading. Buttons actually do stuff. It feels like you're having a conversation. So what's the deal? What's the big difference?
Yeah, this really breaks it down perfectly. A static page, it's a one-way street. You're just there to consume the information. But a dynamic app, that's a two-way conversation. It's built to listen for your actions. You know, a click, a scroll, you typing something in, and then respond to it. But to pull that off, it needs one special ingredient.
And that right there gets us to the absolute heart of it. It's not about some crazy complex code or anything like that. To make any piece of an app truly interactive, it really just boils down to one single, incredibly powerful concept. Just one thing it has to have.
And that one thing is called state. That's it. Seriously, think of state as the component's memory. It's like a little storage box where it keeps track of any information that might need to change over time. It's how an app remembers how many things are in your shopping cart, or whether you left a menu open or closed.
Okay, so a component has memory. That's cool. But how does that actually turn into an interactive experience for us? How does having this little memory box let an app respond when we, the users, actually do something? Let's make this super clear.
We're going to pull back the curtain on what feels like a little magic trick, but it's a trick that reveals the entire secret. We're talking about the classic hello world of interactivity, a simple counter. Now, I know it looks trivial, but the engine that makes this little thing work is the exact same one that powers the biggest, most complex apps on the internet.
So here's our stage. We've got a number, it's starting at 0, and we have a button. Right now, the component's memory, its state, is holding on to that value, 0. The component knows its count is 0, and that's exactly what it's showing us. It's just waiting for something to happen.
Okay, here are the 4 steps behind the magic. Step 1, we use a special tool, a hook called useState, to give our component that memory box. Step 2, we tell the button to shout whenever it gets clicked. We call that the event. Step 3, that shout tells React, hey, put a new number in the memory box. That's the update. And finally, step 4, the most magical part, React automatically redraws the screen to show us the new number.
So we click the button, and boom, just like that, the number changes to 1. That entire 4-step dance, the event, the update, the re-render, it all just happened in a blink of an eye. We didn't have to do anything else.
And this isn't a one-time thing either. We click it again, and the exact same cycle just repeats. The state updates from 1 to 2, and the screen instantly reflects that change. This is the loop. This is the reliable, repeatable process that powers all interactivity. And that's really it. This is the fundamental pattern. An event from the user happens, that triggers a state update in the component's memory, which then causes React to re-render the UI. Event, update, render. That loop is everything.
Now you're probably thinking, okay, I get it for a simple counter, but what about real-world applications? Is this simple little loop really powerful enough to handle all the complicated features we use every single day?
Oh, absolutely. State is everywhere. You toggle dark mode, that's just a little piece of state changing from light to dark. You type your name into a form, every single key you press is updating state. Adding an item to your shopping cart, that's updating an array that lives in state. Liking a post, filtering a list of products, it is all the exact same fundamental pattern. An event happens, state gets updated, and the UI re-renders to show the change.
And that really is the ultimate takeaway here. What makes React so powerful is that it takes care of the incredibly hard job of keeping what you see on the screen perfectly in sync with its data. It gives us this simple, elegant pattern, this secret, that lets us build these rich, interactive experiences way more easily than we have any right to.
So now you know. You're in on the secret. You get the core loop of event, state, and render that makes the whole modern web feel so alive. So the only real question left is, what are you going to build with it?